What up, guys? It's your girl CPK here, aka Tasha, and today I wanted to do a video that I actually been thinking about doing for a while now because, you know, it's my niece's 20th birthday, and I just was like, oh, it'd be nice to do a video for her because it's kind of a big deal, even though I know, you know, 20 isn't usually one of the milestones that people like go all out to celebrate. But, you know, once I go through this story time, you'll kind of understand why. Initially, I was planning to like do a collab with my sister, and we like both talk about it together since, you know, it's her child and she can go more in depth about the experience and everything. But, you know, with social distancing and everything, you kind of gotta just push things around. So I still might do a video on that at a later date, you know, with her. But at the same time, for now, I'm just gonna do this video on my own. And I tried to record a video chat with her, but I'm a boomer, I guess. I don't know. I couldn't figure it out. I could record the screen, I could record us talking, but it's just silent. You couldn't hear anything we were saying. And I couldn't figure out what to do. They said the mic was on. I don't know. It's just okay, boomer. But anyway, I'm just gonna try to do it on my own, and like I said, maybe on a later date we can get together and do a real video that I was planning to do a long time ago, long before all of this was even going on. I was just trying to save it for her birthday. I was like, I won't wait till her birthday, because I'm like that. I'm weird like that. But anyway, I guess to really understand why it's so special, you kind of got to go back to before I was even born, back to when my sister was first born in 1980. And when my mom had her, they knew something was wrong. They knew that she was just crying. She always seemed to be in pain, and they couldn't quite figure it out at first, but at 6 months, they realized she had sickle cell anemia. And back then, they didn't really know much about sickle cell. So they didn't really know that many ways to treat it. They didn't really know that many ways to manage the pain. And typically, people who were born with that disease, and that's the only way you can get it, is to be born with it, they didn't live long. So basically, they told my mom, well, yeah, this is the diagnosis, and yeah, she's probably not gonna live to see 20. Just to, you know, we're just gonna tell you that now. We just want to give you a heads up so you can be prepared and you can know that, you know, she's gonna struggle and she's not gonna live to see 20. But needless to say, she made it to 20, thank God, and because not all children who were born in 1980 that had sickle cell actually made it to see, you know, their adult years. So it wasn't like it was unfounded that they just came out of nowhere and said all this for nothing. It was with good reason. But luckily, you know, she made it, and when she turned 20, that's when she got pregnant with my niece, and that started like a whole new thing because she was already, like I said, dealing with her disease, and she was managing. She worked, you know, she was going to school, she was, you know, managing. But it's always a presence in her life. If you watch my videos, you may have seen me mention it before. Like, it's always a thing she had to deal with. There was never a time in her life where that was not a big, huge part of it, because that's just the way it is. So when she first got pregnant, it just was like, oh man, how's this gonna work? You know, you take strong medicine, and how you gonna be able to take your medicine and also have a baby, and how you gonna breastfeed, how you gonna do this. And it was hard, but she did it. But when my niece was born, because of just all the stress it was putting on my sister's body and whatnot, she was actually born 2 months early. So, you know, being that premature at 27 or 20, I want to say 27 weeks when she was born, she was only 2 pounds and a quarter ounce. So she was so tiny, and it just was. It was just mind blowing how small she was, and you couldn't help but to wonder, like, oh my God, is she gonna make it? Is she gonna be okay? And the doctors, of course, gotta prepare you for the worst. They're saying, like, this is bad. She's very small. She's very tiny. So everything's underdeveloped. She had to be on an oxygen tube at first, and she had all these IVs on her, and she just hadn't even, like, you put her hand up to the light, you could see right through her hand. You could see the veins. You could see everything through her little tiny hand, and it just was so crazy. And I remember when I first saw, she like hadn't developed her nipples yet, so it just was like, what is going on? What is gonna happen? Is she gonna grow? And they're like, yes, she's gonna get them calmed down, like, weirdo, and she's gonna get her nipples. But I'm like, I didn't know. It just was so crazy. And and from then it was basically an uphill battle. She had to gain weight. She had to get healthier. She had to get off the vent. She had a stroke when she was either firstborn or maybe during the pregnancy. During the childbirth or whatever. C-section. I'm sorry, but it was a struggle. And again, doctors coming and they're like, well, don't know. We can't really tell you anything, but here she is, 20 years later. She did it. She made it. She clawed her way out of the NICU and clawed her way out of the hospital, and I think she may have got admitted once after that, but for the most, she like just been home. And I don't know. I just want to do a special video just talking about her because, like I said, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. First of all, according to the doctors, her mom wasn't even supposed to make it past 20. So for her to not only make it past 20, then make it up to see her oldest child turn 20, and her child that we were also told probably wasn't gonna make it. Like, they said, you have to prepare yourself for this. It was really a possibility. But, she made it. She came through, and she has been a force to be reckoned with ever since. Like, she's always been full of personality. That's one thing I can say about her, because she is a mess. Like, I can remember, after she's, a year and a half at this time. So she's bigger, she's stronger. She can, kind of walk around the house a little bit, holding on to stuff. She doing stuff at a slower rate than other kids, but she's doing it, and we're trying to build up her strength. So we lived on the third floor apartment. We used to have her climb up the stairs to get into the house, and she hated it. She was not having it. She would get so upset, and she would scream and cry, and it was so hard not to pick her up and carry her. One, because it'd be so much easier to just, pick her up and carry her in the house and not have to worry about this. Especially since she was still so tiny. It's not even like she was heavy. You just pick her up and carry her. Like, yes. But at the same time, we knew it was for our own good. We didn't want her to limit herself just because it was easier. We didn't want her to feel like, oh, I can't do things because, I'm small and I'm weak, so I can't do it. Like, no. Especially since she proves whenever she doesn't want to do something, she proves just how strong she is. Because if you try to take her somewhere she doesn't want to go, and I'm talking about even when she was little, you try to take her somewhere she didn't want to go when she was little, she will turn into the strongest little thing that you ever met. All of that occupational therapy, all that physical therapy that she get, all of that just comes out of nowhere, and you be like, you are the same child that act like you cannot carry a loaf of bread. You act like it is so heavy, because she is just always is known that, it's our fault. It's our fault. Between me, her mom, and grandma, all her cousins and everything, it's our fault. But at the same time, she is such a little princess. She's like, ugh, carry bread? No, that's like manual labor. Like, get out of here. But then you try to take something from her that she want, and you don't want her to have for whatever reason. And all of a sudden, she is the Hulk, got the grip of death on it, and she will not let go, and she will fight you, and it is a mess. I'm telling you, it's like that has never changed over the years. I remember talking to my sister just the other day, and she's like, yeah, she got such an attitude now. I'm like, she's always had an attitude. That little girl has always been like that. What are you talking about? This is the same little girl who was like rolling her eyes as a little baby, like, and knew, I mean, at the in appropriate moments, like, yes, she know how to work a crowd. I'll say that. She know how to pout and get what she want, and when she don't get what she wants, I ain't gonna say nothing else about that.
But she was so spoiled, so what do you expect? I mean, really. I mean, she could do whatever she wanted. She had the run of the household. It was her world. Everything she did, we just thought it was so adorable. Like, we took pictures of everything. Like, if I try even pretended I was gonna put half the pictures of her that we have in here, y'all would just be done with this video. I'm just so serious right now. Her mom went all out for her first birthday, made her these skates from scratch like she wasn't playing, but look where she came from. That was her first pamper. Like, you see how tiny that thing is? Like, I put it next to ink pens and my compact and a piece of paper just to show you guys. Like, it was really so tiny. She was such an itty bitty. And that actually was too big. Like, believe it or not, that tiny pamper was actually a little too big for her. Like, and she wore that for a while. It took her a while to move up to the actual preemie Pampers. So, you know, I mean, she made it a long way.
Anyway, like I said, I just wanted to do a little video, you know, just to celebrate my niece, especially now that, you know, we can't even get together and do something like we normally do, because that's pretty much like a tradition at this point, that we all get together and do something to celebrate. But, you know, I figured even if I couldn't do the video I planned, at least I can still just do a little something, and hope you guys like listening. I hope I didn't bore you too much, just, you know, going on about my niece.
But now, hopefully you better understand why it's such a big deal for me anyway. But long story short, the whole point of the video is to say happy birthday, baby girl. Love you.
Anyway, guys, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a big like. If you enjoy my content, please subscribe. And if you want to know when I upload, go ahead and ring that bell. Other than that, I will see you guys next time. Bye.
Okay, I'm bored in the house and I'm in the house bored. Bored in the house and I'm in the house bored. Bored in the motherfucker in the house bored, and I'm bored in the motherfucker in the house bored. Bored in the house, bored in the house, bored. Bored in the house, bored in the house, bored. I'm bored in the motherfucker in the house.